Come down into constructive rest pose to begin. Let yourself settle into the floor. Feel the neutral spine. Feel the release of the shoulders. Relax the neck, the face. Stand evenly on both feet. Take an inhale and prepare for the inner core engagement. The inner core is the pelvic floor and the belt of the transversus. As you exhale, first gather the pelvic floor in, and then wrap the belt around, keeping the shoulders relaxed. And then release that. And relax completely. And do it again. Inhale, prepare for the inner core. Exhale, find the pelvic floor, wrap the belt, relax the shoulders. And release and relax. Give into gravity completely. Prepare to do that one more time. Inhale. And exhale, gather the inner core. And then relax. We're going to take this small ball. You can also use a folded towel or blanket or a pillow. We'll hold the ball above the breastbone. Let the humeral heads drop down into the shoulder sockets. Straighten the fingers out so you have the ball into the palm of the hand, not on the wrist or the fingers. As you exhale, engage the inner core and then press the palms towards each other, squeezing into the ball. And then relax that. And again, find the inner core and then press the palms towards each other into the ball. And then relax. One more time, press into the ball. And relax. Now we're going to keep the ball in the hands as we do the arm lifts. You can inhale, prepare. Exhale, find the inner core. Stay as you are and inhale, maintaining the inner core. And then as you exhale, take the ball back towards the floor behind you, being mindful that the lower back stays in its neutral position. Don't let the lumbar curve increase. Inhale, bring the arms up towards the ceiling, put a gentle press on, and then lift the head, keeping the chin into the chest, gently pressing into the ball, neutral spine, so no flat back. Inhale the head down, the arms up. Exhale, re-engage the inner core, reach back. Keeping the lower back in its neutral position, and float the arms up. And then as you exhale, gently press the ball and lift the head. And inhale, head down, arms up. Let's do it like that one more time. Maintain the neutral as you reach your arms back behind you. And inhale, float the arms up. And exhale, stabilize into a little head lift. And then lower the head. I'm going to take the ball down. Maintain the arms up in the vertical position, finding that release into the humeral heads. Take an inhale. Feel your ribs flare. As you exhale, unflare the front ribs and imprint the back ribs. Good, and then relax everything. We're going to use the inner core and that knitting and imprinting as we go through what's beautifully called the dead bug. We'll be doing the arm lifts and the alternate leg lifts together. Exhale, find your inner core and imprint the ribs. And inhale, lift the right foot up off of the mat, keeping the pelvis stable. As you exhale, we'll reach the arms back towards the wall behind you and extend the right leg out 45 degrees, maintaining the neutral back curve and your ribs imprinting into the mat. Inhale, bring the arms straight up, bend the knee. And exhale, lower your arms down, lower the foot down, keeping your neutral pelvis. Inhale, lift the left leg up, bring the arms up to the ceiling. And exhale, knit and imprint as you reach the arms back, extending the leg out in 45 degrees. Flexing your foot, keep those back ribs imprinted. Inhale, arms float up, bend the left knee, and anchor. Lower the foot down, keeping this pelvis stable. and prepared for the right leg. Lift, arms and right leg up. Exhale, reach away from the center. Arms go back, ribs stay imprinted, leg goes forward, flex the foot. Inhale, arms float up. Bend the knee, and exhale, lower the arms, lower the foot down, keep stabilizing the pelvis. Inhale, arms up, left foot up. Stay even and still in the pelvis. Exhale, stabilize and reach your arms back, your leg forward with the foot flexed. Inhale, arms float up, bend the knee, and exhale, anchor, lower back down. One more with each leg. Inhale to lift the right leg and flip the arms up. Exhale, reach out through the heel, stretch the arms back, stay imprinted, stay neutral. Inhale, arms float up and bend the knee. Exhale, lower the foot, bring the arms down to the sides, keep stabilizing, and inhale, arms up, left foot up. Exhale, reach out away from the center, mindful of the back ribs, the neutral lumbar curve. Inhale, bend the knee, float the arms to the vertical, and exhale, lower the arms, lower the foot, keep the pelvis stabilized, and then relax. Take a moment giving into gravity. Now we're going to bring the arms into a cactus position. So we make a right angle at the elbow, and then with the wrists and fingers straight, feel the whole back of the arm pressing down into the floor. Engage the inner core, knit and imprint so you have your neutral spine and your ribs imprinted. Lift your right foot up and keep imprinting the back ribs as you lift the left foot up. Stay stable here. We'll go into the pistons. Exhale, lower the right foot down, and inhale, bring it back up. Exhale, bring the left foot down, and inhale, bring it back up. Keep the back ribs imprinted. Keep the whole back of the arm down on the floor. Exhale to lower, and inhale to lift. Again, right down, and up, and left down, and up. One more time, each leg. Then we're going to bring the arms to vertical. Bend the knees so that your knees are close into the chest. Legs are relaxed with the heels dropping down towards the sit bones. Engage your inner core, then pull your pubic bone to the belly button so your lower back is really pressing down. Imprint the ribs, keep your shoulders still, and circle with the knees together, drawing a circle on the ceiling. Come back into the center and then reverse the other direction, keeping the ribs down, the shoulders still as you circle all the way around, and then go the other way. And back around again. Go one more each direction. And one hand to each knee. And take nice big hip circles. Letting the knees fall wide apart, circling around, and reverse. And draw the knees in close. Lengthen the back of the neck. And then come to a neutral tabletop. We'll prepare for the 100, bring the arms down to the sides. Engage the inner core. Press your palms down as you knit and imprint the ribs. Lift your head, chin into the chest. Extend the legs out. Externally rotate in the hip sockets. Exhale for 5 pulses of the arms. And inhale for 5. Keep your chin into your chest. Inhale for 5. Dropping the shoulders down. Exhale for 5. And inhale. Exhale, and inhale. Exhale, inhale. Exhale, inhale. Exhale, and inhale. Exhale, inhale. One more set. Exhale, and inhale. And bring your knees into your chest. Lower the head. Slowly turn the head from side to side, relax the neck. Bring the arms out wide like a T, and then exhale both knees over to the left side, and then straighten the right leg out and grab a hold of the right leg with your left hand. You might be holding the foot or the leg anywhere up along there. We're stretching the hip and the hamstring. Relax the right shoulder. Nice and warm today. Good day for stretching. So breathe into the stretch. And then return to the back. Bring both knees into the chest. Gently pull the thighs into the chest. Lengthen the back of the neck. Give the lower back a gentle stretch. Relax the shoulders. And then bring both knees over to the right side. Relaxing the left arm out wide. Straighten the left leg and grab a hold of the left foot or leg with your right hand. Turn the head to the left and breathe into the stretch. And draw the knees into the chest, hug them in. Then let's turn over to the left side. Come straight out onto the left side, resting the left arm on, or left ear on the left arm. Legs are straight. Stack up the hips and tilt your right hip slightly forward. Preparing for the side kick series. Engage the inner core. Take an organ lift, lift both legs up. And we'll go 5 times up and down with the top leg. And then 5 times down and up with the bottom leg. 5 times forward and back, scissoring. Moving both legs, but keeping the pelvis still and the ribs still. You can feel that stability in the waist. And back into the center, circling the top leg 5 times, each direction. And reverse. No tension in the neck and shoulders. Better put the bottom leg down than be bracing with your neck and shoulders. Squeeze the inner thighs together and flex your feet back and squeeze the toes. Point the feet and fan the toes. Flex back. Squeeze, point, fan and flex. Squeeze, point, fan. Flex and reverse it with the toes open. Reach out, squeeze the toes and pull back. Open, reach, squeeze and pull back. One more time. And relax. Okay, we'll work with the clamshells. We're going to start with a 0-degree hip flexion. Just bend at the knees. Keep the front of the thighs straight down from the torso. Engage the inner core. Take your organ lift. Let's do 10 rotations of the right leg out in the socket. Keep the pelvis still and the right hip pressing forward. And then we bend the knees to 45 degrees. Stack the knees up, stack the hips, and tilt the right hip a little forward. This time relax in the waist. Engage your inner core. And rotate the leg 10 times out in the socket. Just relying on the transversus now. Try to let the obliques be relaxed. Relax when you're done with the 10. And then find the 90-degree flexion with the knees and the feet at the front of the mat. Again, stack the knees, tilt the right hip slightly forward. With the waist relaxed, engage the inner core muscles, find your pelvic floor and your belt of the transversus. Again, 10 times rotating out in the socket. And relax. And we're going to go over to the other side. Lift Stretch out long on your right side. Legs straight out, feet a little forward over the hips, and the left hip tilted slightly forward. Hand can rest on the waist or down on the flat mat in front of you. Relax the neck and shoulders. Engage the inner core and lift your organs up off the mat. Then lift both legs up and down 5 times with the top leg. And down and up 5 times with the bottom leg. And 5 times forward and back. Both legs scissoring. Again, stabilize the pelvis, stabilize the ribs. And to the center, squeeze the inner thighs and flex the feet back, and squeeze the toes, point the feet, fan the toes, flex back, squeeze, point, fan, and flex. One more time. Reverse it with the toes open, stretch out, squeeze the toes and pull back. Reach and squeeze and pull back. One more time. And relax both legs down. Let everything soften for a moment. And then 0-degree hip flexion. Bend at the knees, feet behind you. Engage the inner core. Take your organ lift and roll the leg out in the socket 10 times. Keep the left hip forward, the pelvis stabilized. Bend the knees to 45 degrees. Take a moment to settle in there. And with the waist relaxed, engage the inner core and roll the thigh out in the socket. 10 times there. And relax. And bend all the way to 90-degree hip flexion. Stack the knees up, tilt the left hip forward. Stabilize with the inner core for 10 rotations. And then relax. And then we'll turn it to the back. Relax into neutral. And then find your inner core. Keep the neutral as you lift the right ankle up to the left knee. Find your belt. Knit your ribs around, lift your left foot and hold the back of the left thigh. Root your tailbone down to the floor and then stretch the left leg straight up and bend it back down, keeping the neutral lower back. 3 more times. Now we're going to keep a neutral lower back as we stretch the piriformis. Just want you to try that out today. Keep your tailbone down. Feel the neutral spine. Let your shoulders relax. You can allow the abdominals to relax. Neck and shoulders easy. Stretching the right hip. Check if your tailbone's still down on the floor. Don't let the pelvis tilt. Stay in a neutral rather than a flattened back. 30 more seconds. And regather your belt around your hips and your waist. Lower the left foot down, then the right. Relax a moment. And then re-engage the core and lift left foot, left ankle to right knee. Find your belt and your wrapping ribs. Stay stable as you lift the right foot up. Tailbone rooted down without rocking over to the left hip. Extend the right leg and then bend it back down. And straight up and bend. Straight up and bend. 2 more times. Good, now keeping your neutral spine. Concentrate on the stretch of the left hip, the piriformis. Relax the shoulders. Keep the tailbone down. Stay centered in the back of the pelvis. Relax the shoulders, the neck, the jaw, the face. And relax the abdominal muscles. About 30 more seconds. Check in back with the neutral. No flat back today. Okay, and then stabilize as you lower the right foot down, and then the left, and relax a moment there. Then we're going to turn over to the stomach with the hands stacked underneath the forehead. Legs comfortable, so they can be a little bit separated. Relax the front of the thighs, the belly, and the shoulders, the neck, the face. Find your inner core engagement and knit your ribs together, then press the palms, the forearms, the elbows down as you raise your chest and head up. Draw the shoulders down the back, breastbone forward, and then release back down. And again, anchor in the low belly, knit the ribs together, and gently lift. And then release. Once again, use your exhale to stabilize and lift. And lower back down. Now we're going to make the arms into a cactus position. Turn the face to the left. And gently push the ear down into the mat. And then relax. And unweight the head just a tiny bit. And lower down and gently press. And unweight the head a tiny bit. Lower down and gently press. The press is just through the ear. And one more time, unweight the head. And lower and gently press. Turn and look to the right. Keep your arms and shoulders relaxed. Gently press the left ear down. Release that and then gently, or just a little bit, unweight the head. And then lower and gently press. We're hardly moving the head. And lift. Neck exercise, not upper back. And lower and press. One more time. Little tiny lift. And release. Turn the head to the center so your chin is tucked way down into the notch of the neck. And then nudge your nose forward so just the tip of the nose is on the mat. And unweight the head from there. Tiny little lift up. And then set the tip of the nose down. Don't press, just touch there. And unweight a tiny bit. And lift. Lower one more time. Tiny lift. A little lower. Now set your low core, knit your ribs. Again, lift. And roll your breastbone forward, but keep your chin down. And lower down to the tip of the nose. And up again, anchor and lift. Hold the breastbone forward, keep the shoulders down the back, keep looking down at the mat. And lower to the tip of the nose. One more time. And lower. Tuck your chin all the way under so you're stretching the back of the neck. And we're going to come up to all fours. So let's go to a child's pose for a moment. And to all fours. Hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Preparing for the knee hovers, we engage the inner core, tuck the toes, glide the ribs together in the front, press the floor away, and then lift the knees up just an inch or two, pressing the floor away and lower. And again, anchor, push the floor away, and lift and hover, maintain, make sure you've got your belt snug around your hips, and lower. One more time. Anchor, press the floor away and hover the knees up. And lower. Now, right where your palms are, put your elbows down. Interlace the fingers. We're going to prepare for a low plank. Engage the inner core and knit the ribs together. Straighten one leg out behind you, and then the other. Pressing your forearms down the same way that you were pushing your hands down before, and breathe here in the plank. Crown of the head reaching one way, heels reaching the other. Belt stays wrapped around the low belly, the lower back. The ribs are knitting together. Keep pushing the elbows down into the mat. Now controlling the belly as you lower one knee to the floor. Pull it in a bit and then the other. Bring your hips back to your heels. Keep your elbows down on the floor and then bring your hands to the back of the neck or the upper back. And just relax a moment there, tucking the chin under. And relax that. Hop into a seated position, holding your ball. Again, you can hold a towel or a pillow. We're going to straighten the legs out in front. Hold the ball in front of the breastbone. Engage the inner core. So you feel like you're lifting up off of your sit bones. Knit your ribs together. Gently press into the ball. Scoop the belly and begin to roll back. And we're going to pause when we get to the sacrum. Scoop the belly in and pause there. Now, if you can't go any farther without collapsing to the floor, I want you to stay right there. But if you can, you're going to go down a little farther and get the back ribs into the mat and pause. And then everybody belly button to spine and come back up, bending forward with your elbows bent. Relax the neck. Stretching the back of the legs, the lower back. Make sure your elbows are bent so you're not overstretching the upper back. We do the same thing again. Start sitting tall with the ball in front of the breastbone. Inner core, knit the ribs, scoop the belly, and roll down till you're resting on the sacrum. And once you're there, stay and hover. Keep breathing and relaxing the shoulders. Now, if you feel like you're going to go all the way to the floor, I want you to please stay here. Or if you can control it, come down to the lower ribs and continue to hover and breathe. It's okay if you're shaking. Keep the shoulders relaxed. And everybody scoop the belly and come up again. And lean forward over the legs, bending the shoulder, or bending the elbows, relaxing the shoulders. One more time, sit tall, hold the ball in front of the breastbone. You're perched up tall on your sit bones, finding the inner core, knitting the ribs, scooping the belly, and coming to rest on the sacrum. Keep the ball in line with the breastbone. And again, if you can come down without collapsing, move down onto the lower ribs, or please just stay on the sacrum. Breathing, hovering here, relaxing the shoulders. Now draw the belly to the spine and come back up again. Sit tall. Now we're going to bend the knees. Take the ball behind the middle of the upper back. If you have a blanket, you can get a similar effect by placing that behind your shoulder girdle with your head resting down on the floor. You won't be able to roll, of course, but you'll get a little chest opening. So place the ball between the shoulder blades. Hold the back of the head. Engage the inner core. Pull your ribs in and press into your feet to raise your hips. And roll. You can roll down to the bottom of the rib cage and all the way up to the top of the spine. And if you like, you can open the chest more and drop the hips down, or keep rolling if the massage is good. Keep supporting the head. You can open the elbows out wide, stretching the front of the armpits as well. Then we're going to re-engage the low belly, scoop the belly button and knit the ribs. And come part way up into a sit-up. Take a moment there. And then reach the arms forward. You can take your hands on the backs of the legs or the elbows down onto the mat. Bring yourself fully upright with the knees bent. And just gently round forward with the forehead dropping down towards the knees. Gentle stretch for the upper back. Bringing some symmetry to the lower back. Breathe into the back ribs. And sit tall. That's where we'll leave it. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of this beautiful day. Be well.
Take care. Bye-bye.